Right, here we go. And look, we can see down to the beach. Now the tree hut's gone. Now we are expecting the tree men at some stage, so there's a big totara there that's going to come out. The tree that had the tree hut in it's going to come out. There's a pūtakawa down there in the middle which will come out, and we'll see if they can thin this one down a bit, and this manuka with the wisteria through it will go. It'd be nice to actually have a bit more of a view of the harbour again. I also want this pūtakawa quote hedge taken right down. It's pretty ugly at the moment and it can sprout again. We've got a giant bird of paradise down here. We'll need to attend to that. This one here's got a bit big. We'll need to sort that one out. Oh, we used to use this when the kids were smaller. We keep an eye on them when they were out frolicking in the water. But now it doesn't really seem much use. It just collects leaves and twigs. But that could change in the future. I think we also need to take a couple of these giant birds of paradise out. We'll wait till after the tree men have been there because they might knock them over anyway. And over by my old OK dinghy we have some more very tall ones. Oh, relaxing in a nice but not too hot anniversary Monday holiday. Bit of a breeze. It's quite pleasant here on the patio. Oh, we have something on our front lawn. So I've had the tree people here. Here we are. Tree maintenance. And their huge chipper. So they've dealt with the pūtakawa quote hedge. They're cleared out in here. Tree that had the tree house is gone. The pūtakawa down in the middle there, which was the mutant yellow one, is gone. They removed the bit of sporum in here that was covered in wisteria, and done a bit of work. And look, we can actually see a good view of the beach now. And we still have the totara here, which is the solid greeny one. Not allowed to do anything about this manuka, says the Admiral. Well, I'll be back tomorrow to do this. So this is out in front of the garage. So that's getting cut back to the boundary or the wall the drive sits on, and together with the neighbours we're paying to have it topped again. It was topped about there quite a few years ago. So this is a puri, it just regrows. Oh, here's another puri at the car park. It's been cut back a bit. I don't know if we can see it, but oh yeah, there was an overhanging one at the bottom of the drive, which has also been cut back. Well, the old photos basically show that from here none of the trees are up to the handrail. But it's good to see a bit more harbour again. After all, that's why we bought the house. Guys are finished. It's a long weekend, so they're finished early, fair enough. Saturday, Sunday, Monday taking off, Tuesday it's my tangy day, so I'll be back on Wednesday. I've still got to finish taking the overhanging out here and lower this puri down, which we're contributing with the neighbours to do. They've mulched up the bamboo that neighbours have taken out. It's all looking much more open and better now. I told them just to fire the mulching wherever they can. So there's a huge pile here. Oh, there's another view of it. I've taken out the big Pittosporum and manuka in here. The stump of the treehouse tree, as you can see, she's fairly rotten. Over there, the stump of the totara with mulchings. Well, here's the deck on top of the boat shed, so this is where they've cleared out, which is great. As requested, they've taken the biggest giant bird of paradise out of here, and look, we have a good view up to the house now. Well, this was the mutant Port Nikau with yellow flowers. I'm sure they've actually done anything to this one. It's supposed to have been thinned out. Oh yes, they've lowered it a wee bit at the top quite judiciously, which is good. Hard to notice, which is what you want. Hauling all the branches up to their chippers, clean the steep bit of drive really nicely. So here's a pile of wood that I made some years ago. The Port Nikau quote hedge unquote has been cut down. It'll actually resprout. It's going to make it a lot easier to fix this retaining wall here. And this is the eastern end of the section. Still lots of trees left, of course, and they'll continue to grow. They certainly left everything nice and tidy. Nice blokes. Highly recommended. So when they come back on Wednesday, I'll also lower this one a bit and It's another puri, so it'll respond well to having a haircut, because that one over there was just about dead sticks when we arrived, and after a trim up it's really come away. And we still have the garden ornament. Well, it's getting reasonably windy from the northwest, I suppose, and it's supposed to be getting even windier tomorrow, and the shade sails have been banging on the guttering, so I think we'll just drop them. That's easy, I'll just drop them off this one and maybe the other one. Believe it or not, these are all Kevlar cord reefing lines off travelling light. Right, so they're down there, and I'll just drop this one as well. Oh, that'll do, I think. Might pop a chair or two on to hold them down. We get a much better view of the wild and woolly weather, so very strong westerly, moved around from the northwest of yesterday. Probably hear the cicadas have finally come out, and the shade sails have been behaving themselves. You know it's been windy because the banana palm leaves are starting to strip into small segments. Probably see where they've taken some of the height out of this Whangārei, which they've done exceedingly well. Well, I wouldn't say the wind has gone down. There's some strong gusts coming through. At least we don't have to worry about a boat out in the mooring at the moment. Surfers out in these conditions. I hope they don't get in trouble because no one else is out. I suppose they'll eventually wash down the other end of the harbour because we're about on high tide now. I think we're making fairly heavy weather, but I imagine they're on falling boards, but it'd be a weeny bit tricky. It's still blowing reasonably strong. It was northwest this morning, westerly about lunchtime, and now southwest. Is easing off. They've had to close lanes on the Harbour Bridge and ferries have stopped running down in Auckland. Oh, Sunday afternoon, got a reasonably gentle southerly cooling breeze. It's Waitangi Day, Tuesday, public holiday. So the good news is we have a survey arranged for WakaWaka on the Thursday the 22nd. So in the likelihood that we'll complete the purchase, I'm start to put aside some things. So for the trip up from Auckland, so some galley essentials, basically coffee, electronics and other things, and here is 2 complete sets of weather gear. So it's a start. They don't muck around. From work, I presume they finished. this morning. Yeah, an awful lot more light getting in now. So the centre of the tree will push out or regrow quite quickly. Left a fair amount of foliage on, as health of the tree is important. Wide angle, try and get it all in. Still plenty up there. They certainly cleaned up exceedingly well. Must have a better blower than my one. It's Thursday evening. Another beautiful day. The ocean swimmers out training, having a bit of a rest at the moment. So they are heading up harbour. Tide's coming in. Earlier in the week I did a lot of weeding down here and then removed a lot of stuff so I can get to my retaining wall that's falling down. And the reason it's falling down is held up by what I used to call waratahs. I think they're now called Y posts or something, and they're rusted, so we had the bits to repair it. But I tell you what, it's going to wait for the weather to be a damn sight cooler before I start digging away down here. And you can see the stumps of the Whangārei hedge. Rest assured they will sprout. I've just come down to Port Nikau to see how they're getting on with the new pier and thus our new berth. The footpath's been extended. All the pontoons are in. Walkway isn't yet. SV CATMANTOO still down here, which is not surprising. So she has been sold by auction. It's getting tinny ready for a potential outing at the weekend if the weather's good. Or failing that, maybe just replace the rollers on the trailer. Got to get the boat off to do that. So Tinny's ready for the morning, assuming the weather's all right. So it doesn't matter how high the tide is, we can launch her. Oh, here's my gardening from this corner. Good thing with all the hot weather, it's all drying out and will die. So we can just chuck it in the mulching pile. Oh, here's where I've cleared it across the failing retaining wall. And the strong winds last Saturday blew down this Abyssinian mountain pawpaw, which was pretty long in the tooth anyway. Oh, it's much better. Now we can see down there, the regional council, let's see if we can get the bigger boat by 1/2 metre length on the mooring. But of course we can't have it there for more than 24 hours without going out to visit because of the insurance company edict.